he was a kid, every round he sparred, bag he's punched, or mile he's ran has all been in preparation for this moment. He's ready. He is the king of his division, who's given blood, sweat, and tears to earn his spot. He ain't trying to let it go. He's ready. But I got a question for both of these men, and I'ma start with you, Loma. Are you really ready?
Here we go. Here we go.
For the power of Teofimo. Teofimo, are you ready? For the skill of Loma.
This gon' be a war!
Coming this fall, two worlds will collide as the powerful, explosive, dynamite Teofimo Lopez faces off against the dynamic, insanely talented, sick with them hands, the Matrix, Vasiliy Lomachenko. In an age-old tradition in boxing, young lion stepping up to try to take out the head lion, the leader of the pack, because he wants to be king now. One of these dudes getting beat up. So join me, your man, Amazing Eric, aka the Jedi Knight, as I tell you why Teofimo Lopez will knock Vasiliy Lomachenko's face off, or Loma's gonna school Teofimo. Let's go! E-Fam, what's good? And if this is your first time here on this channel, the E-Fam is simply the subscribers of the channel. So if you like what you've seen and heard thus far, go ahead and do a few things for me. Like the video, comment on the video, and most of all, subscribe to the channel. And if you do, I'm gonna make you a promise right now. You will see boxing presented in a way that you can find it nowhere else on YouTube. In an explosive, exciting, superhero-filled, non-biased, and balanced way. If you want in on that, join the E-Fam today. Alright, let's get it in. Today, I'm getting ready to share two things with you. One way that Vasiliy Lomachenko can school Teofimo Lopez, and the other way that Teofimo Lopez can knock Lomachenko's face off. Here we go, buckle your seatbelts. Number one, what Vasiliy Lomachenko must do if he wants to school Teofimo Lopez is
off with the new and on with the old.
Yes, off with the new and on with the old. I know that's a bit of a remix from the way you're used to hearing that saying, but allow me to break it down for you. Over the last few fights of Lomachenko, I want you to think about the Pedraza fight, the Linares fight, the Campbell fight. I have seen a change in Vasily's game plan, and as a big fan of his, I do not like it. And let me tell you what that change is. Vasiliy Lomachenko has recently started to stay too squared up to his opponents. In other words, he is now right in front of them for big chunks of the fight. And that new mindset is what led to this moment in the Jorge Linares fight.
About years ago with Manny Pacquiao, if I told you to say, Lomachenko goes down!
Ooh, y'all saw it, but let's give Lomachenko props. We're not just gonna show one part of the story. After he got up off that ground, he went on to do this to Linares.
This is really high-level stuff. Unbelievable stuff. Right in the center of the ring, and Linares goes down!
Them was some nasty body shots. And I am saying this right now, and if Lomachenko or any of his people are listening to this video, listen to me and hear me good right now. You do not want to stand in front of this explosive and dynamic young fighter like this. This young man will knock your face off. Because what he needs to do in this fight is bring back his alter ego. Let's take a few moments right now to talk about that alter ego. Lomachenko's alter ego is called No Moschenko. That's right, No Moschenko. That side of him that was making grown men quit, that was making men just stop on their stool. They said, no, I don't want to do this anymore. I don't know what I'll be doing in the next 15 minutes, but I know one thing, I won't be fighting Lomachenko anymore. I'm done. And how was Lomachenko making these men quit? I'll tell you how. He was mentally overwhelming them. Mentally, they could not take it anymore. They wanted out. And he wasn't doing this with explosive, overwhelming power. No, that's not why they quit. They didn't quit because he punched so hard. They were quitting because he overwhelmed them with his skill set. And I'm gonna point out and show you right now one of his go-to moves that he used over and over on guys to really break them down mentally. I named this move the Matrix Blind Spot. Look at your screen. He is facing Nicholas Walters right here. Nicholas Walters is standing there in an orthodox stance with his left hand forward and his left foot forward. What Lomachenko at his best does to fighters is he's standing there in front of you just like he's standing in front of Walters now, and in the blink of an eye, he takes a sharp angle and he is totally in a blind spot. You can't see him. It's just like you're driving a car down the street. You look in the rearview mirror, you look in your side mirror, you say, oh, it's clear, I can get over. As soon as you start getting over, bang, somebody blows the horn. What? They're driving in your blind spot. You can't see them. Lomachenko will take an angle on you, jump into your blind spot, and he's behind your left shoulder before you can even see him. So look at your screen right here. What he's going to do is he's going to take a sharp angle just like this, and he will end up right here in a blind spot. Walters cannot see him. Vasiliy's gonna step to him and pop him with a quick 5-piece. 5 punches right upside the head. I even put a sound effect on it so you could hear every punch. Check this out. Woo! The Matrix Blind Spot. Let me show that same sequence to you from another angle. Here it is again. Look at it. Note and watch. He's not going to go fat in this motion. The blind spot happens because he goes directly behind you, past your shoulder, and you can't see him. Check this out. The Matrix Blind Spot. This is a move he must use on Teofimo because he needs to turn him. He needs to stay away from him. He doesn't need to stay in front of him, because if he stays in front of him like he's been doing in the last 2 or 3 fights, I promise you that's gonna be a bad move for Lomachenko. But here is the $1 million question right here. Is Vasiliy Lomachenko no longer doing that because he just wants to stand in front of his opponent, give us exciting fights, walk his opponents down? Or is he no longer doing that because he's lost a step? Ooh, that was a perfect segue right into the spot that we are right now. We made it, y'all. We're here. We're at that final level. It's time for today's final flash. E-fam, you know what time it is. My man Vegeta, go ahead and drop that final flash on him so we can end this video out. Today's final flash is what Teofimo Lopez needs to do if he wants to knock Loma's face off, and that is
Find out the truth.
yes, find out the truth. Because whether you like or hate Teofimo Lopez, don't you lie, tell the truth right now. That dude can punch. He got some real crack in his gloves. Teofimo got a different type of power. I was doing some film study on him and I noticed his opponents, a few of them, as they were falling to the ground on the slow motion clips. And most of the time, when people get knocked out or they're falling down, their face, they don't look like they're in pain. They're almost just drifted away, going away to the upper room. Just like Dillian White just this past weekend. Look at Dillian as he gets knocked out right here. Look at his face on the way down. No pain in his face at all. He's just headed off to the upper room. But look at some of these dudes as they get dropped by Teofimo. Look at this guy right here. Look at his face. That's pain. He's like, oh, ouch, ow. If my granddaddy was watching that fight, he'd say, oh, God bless that young man. I hope he's okay. I mean, look how these bodies are dropping and hitting the floor. This is not normal. These guys are in pain. It's like that hurt him in his soul. The biggest question surrounding this whole fight is this: has Vasiliy Lomachenko lost a step? Teofimo Lopez must fight a fight that finds out, that exposes that truth and brings it out for the whole world to see. Now, Teofimo, if you're listening, bruh, let me tell you how you need to go about that. If you are Teofimo Lopez, what you want to do in this fight is Fight a young man's fight. Come out early. Set a high pace. Don't get caught looking, staring, just overall being in awe of the great Lomachenko, because if you do, it will allow him to rest, it will allow him to pick you apart, and it will make you start to doubt yourself. What you want to do is take the fight to him, make the fight physical, in the clinches, hit him on his hips. If he's turning and giving you his shoulders, hit his shoulder. Make the referee give you warnings. Make it a physical, fast-paced, young man's fight. Can he still take those angles? Can he still use those great feet, those great legs, those great reflexes he once had? You need to find out. So in closing on this video, if you are Vasiliy Lomachenko, what you want to do is go off with the new and on with the old. If you are Teofimo, what you want to do is find out the truth. Alright, that's it for today's video. Remember, like, comment, and subscribe. Join the E-Fam today. Until the next one, it's your man, Amazing Eric, y'all. Peace.